Now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of what Indians are all about.
I still say we Indian people are believers in the truth. This is the way of life that was given to your people. You're born an Indian, you're going to die an Indian. Indianness is a good life. You're facing an Indian this afternoon.
Good Saturday afternoon out there, everyone, and welcome to your number one source for Native American television news, Native News Today. I'm your host, Jason Salzman. I want to thank you all for being with us this week. We feel like we've got a great show right here, the only place you can find it, Tulsa CW 1219, every Saturday, and we certainly love our viewers out there, want to give great content, and we certainly feel like we've done that this week. A little bit of everything, I think. Usually we have a nice eclectic mix, and that's totally the case this week as well. We've got a little bit from the sports world. We've got some from our healthcare, big news in Muskogee Creek Nation healthcare, as well as other things that we'll get to. Pass on some great events in our commercials, so you don't want to, even though you might take a commercial break to regather your thoughts, pay attention there. We've got a lot of things coming up, events out there we want you to make it to. So a lot of great things happening on Native News today. Got a lot of wonderful stories. We're going to take our first break. We'll be right back with the rest of the show.
There's a story I heard hundreds of times growing up. The story about the day my grandpa disappeared. I grew up in a world of songs.
I always think of the songs really being the spirit of something. There's a story.
They are the same songs our ancestors sang on the Trail of Tears.
They carry the grief, but they also carry this great love that works the same way at death.
There was one little drop of blood on the back fender. And his glasses was on the dash. And no sign of him.
As they searched, you could hear these songs echo through the forest.
I didn't realize what that would lead me to. The whole rich story of American music history that had never been told. What would you say is the first American music?
Our histories are not written, they are spoken through stories. They are told through our songs.
I want to talk to that man, but he's gone. He's gone somewhere.
When we sang these songs, we're waking up God.
We believe if you teach a man to fish, you can feed him for a lifetime. We believe that transitioning convicted citizens back into our communities enhances public safety. We believe that every citizen, even ex-prisoners, are important and are capable of change. We believe in reclaiming our citizens and investing them back into a culture that embraces healing and restoration.
We believe
in reintegration.
For 3 years, kids have been asking their parents, what is that hill on the river going to be? What answer did you give?
Did you tell them that someday that half-finished structure will be one of America's most important attractions, bringing visitors from around the country and the world to Oklahoma?
Along with hundreds of millions of dollars into our economy.
There'll be state-of-the-art interactive displays that bring to life the stories, history, and culture of the 39 tribes that share this state.
A 210-acre landscape park and trail system. Beautiful retail and business space.
This will be another jewel in the crown of our state's tourism industry, and it will pay eternal tribute to the origin of our great state.
It's not a matter of whether we can afford to complete it. We simply can't afford not to.
for the current generation of Oklahomans and the generations to come. Let's finish it.
Let's finish it.
Let's finish it.
And welcome back to Native News Today. Your host Jason Salzman here, and we want to get things kicked off. Very, very big news happening in Muskogee Creek Nation. And give you a little bit of a background. In the 1970s, the Muskogee Creek Nation knew that healthcare was a priority, much like just now. But then things were really tooled in with the IHS, Indian Health Services. They really controlled the hospitals, things like that. The Muskogee Creek Nation wanted to figure out a way they could do things better, take over things themselves, and really run it smoothly for their citizens. There became the Okemah Community Hospital, the Muskogee Creek Nation operating that. For years, we've taken, some of you have taken your kids, your grandkids to the hospital there. We've even went to there for health services. Now, going to be a brand new 120,000 square foot facility there in Okemah. Really a new era in healthcare at the Muskogee Creek Nation. And we were there last week in Okemah as we broke ground on this brand new community hospital, talking with a lot of great people on a great event. Proud and historic day in Okemah last week for the Muskogee Creek Nation as the tribe's groundbreaking was held to kick off construction of the all-new 120,000 square foot community hospital. A big step forward for a facility and location that has long been a mainstay of Creek Nation healthcare.
This has been a part of the tribe for quite some time, and like you said, this is in everybody's vocabulary, so this is something that is very important to all the citizens, regardless if they live here or not. And so we're happy to be able to have the opportunity to finally build a new facility so that definitely take care of the need that we currently have and for future need in this system.
For lots of Creek citizens, including Principal Chief George Tigert, it's hard not to look forward and back on days like these.
I can even go back further when my parents needed to get health care and having to go to either Tallahassee or Shawnee or somewhere that was a long ways off. And to have our own facility that can provide health care in a more convenient manner is the reason that we, as a nation back in the 70s, decided to purchase and operate the very first hospital by a tribe in a country. And from that, we're here today to break ground for a brand new facility that's been long overdue. There's a lot of parallel to this because, as you know, with the acquisition of the Okemah Memorial Hospital, with the acquisition of the George Nye Rehab Center, and we're also looking at building a new clinic in Eufaula, in addition to building this new hospital. So we're, as they say in baseball terminology, we're stepping up to the plate, and we're real excited about what we're doing in terms of health care for our tribal members, and they really deserve good quality health care. As you know, that's a top topic throughout the country with affordable ag care. And you know, it's just exciting today because we can do so much as a nation by working together, and this is a good example of it. For organizations helping to design and build the facility, it's a great opportunity to leave a lasting legacy with a state-of-the-art project.
It's absolutely going to be a beautiful facility. We're incredibly proud of it, and as a citizen, I'm just honored to be a part of this big step because I grew up in Native health care. It's always been good, but it hasn't been the best, and I think this is going to put Native health care equal with mainstream health care and probably a little bit better. It was amazing visiting the old building when we first started the process, and they're great staff there with great capability, but they were just sort of not given all the tools that they needed. But they did really good care with what they had. They're going to have all the best tools that are there now, and it's amazing what the impacts are going to be incredible. The building itself, as Creek people, we're actually from the earth, and if you look at the rendering, a big part of the front of the facility is made out of rammed earth. So we'll actually have a part of the building being rammed earth. We've incorporated a lot of sustainable elements to the building, just hitting on some of the highlights. We've got a geothermal heating and cooling system, so we're getting our heating and cooling from the earth. We've got that rammed earth on the front. We've got high performance glazing. We've got a really good roofing system that helps save energy, LED lighting throughout. We've just done a lot of things with our finishes to keep the facility healthy itself. So kind of paid attention to every detail. We're still going through some options, and we're going to try and make it as healthy and as efficient as is possible.
It's a great opportunity for Redstone to be a part of the Muskogee Creek Nation, to be teaming and growing with the Muskogee Creek Nation, hiring employees that are Muskogee Creek citizens. You know, that's what we're here to do. That's part of what we do and to be a part of IHS, the healthcare system for Muskogee Creek as it grows. We're all, we've all used IHS in the past, and we certainly want to be a part of the Indian Health Services as it continues to evolve and be a better service delivery to our citizens.
For the loyal employees at the current Okemah facility, the new hospital is in part a testament to their dedication and hard work.
Our employees are very dedicated employees, and a statistic that I didn't relay is most of them been here over 15 years plus. So they have always worked here and believe in this system just like everyone else does, and that's what made this possible, is their belief and ready to move on and start a new chapter.
And as you can see there, such a huge day, Muskogee Creek Nation Health Systems, and I was just thinking about this as that story ran. Muskogee Creek Nation, and as Principal Chief mentioned there, only tribe, first tribe to take over ownership of a hospital back then. So that was big news then, big news now, just proof that we're doing it all the time chronologically through the years, trying to make things better. So can't wait to see that brand new facility. Switching gears here a little bit, wanted to showcase one of our brother and sister tribes out there to the west, the Chickasaw Nation. They're doing a great job with all their media, and recently, here in the last few months, have had a relaunch of their website, very popular website, Chickasaw.tv. You can find all kinds of things on this website. You can find things about human interest. You can find things about educational purposes, Chickasaw cultural heritage, and we went and talked to the great folks at Ackerman McQueen. They help out the Chickasaw Nation with all kinds of their media, and they were very excited about the relaunch of Chickasaw.tv.
TV has been around since 2010, but with the most recent relaunch in 2013, we're very excited because we feel as though we're able to bring more content to more users. The network is available on all different types of devices. So whether someone's on their desktop or whether they choose to look at content on their mobile phone or tablet, wherever they might be, we're bringing the Chickasaw message and the people of the Chickasaw Nation to a very broad spectrum of people, which is what we're very excited about. In addition, we're also excited because we feel as though the user experience is vastly improved from the original launch in 2010, just with the things we've learned through hearing from the users, getting feedback, and then continuing to refine the experience. We feel as though the navigation paths and the users can find and really experience and immerse themselves in more types of content very easily. So we're both excited about both of those things. I think that, I can't really speak specifically to tribal media, or I'm definitely not claiming to be an expert on that, but in terms of the Chickasaws, we know that they've been very progressive in new media and kind of communicating with members of the tribe or people that are interested in the Chickasaw culture or the Chickasaw Nation in general. They've been progressive in doing that for quite a while, and Chickasaw.tv is just the latest iteration of that. The Chickasaw.tv experience is really, it's kind of formatted for different users based on whatever their interest might be. So it's a very robust experience, and it's something that, someone may come in because they're interested in the health and wellness channel, and they come in because they want diabetes related content, or they want to get some healthy recipes, or they want to learn about issues that might impact Native Americans in terms of health related items. But they can find themselves maybe going over to the History and Culture channel, where they learn about kind of the timeline that brought the Chickasaws to where they are now and the people that are keeping the Chickasaw history alive. There's also the Respect the Spark channel, and that's really about the innovations and the innovators within the tribe. We have our sister network, which is Oklevision. You can also get to that through the Chickasaw.tv experience, and what that is, that's kind of a visual journey through the state of Oklahoma, and specifically Chickasaw country, to help introduce people that maybe aren't familiar with Oklahoma and the beauty of the state and the beauty and the kind of the offerings, especially in Chickasaw country. That allows people to kind of take a visual tour throughout our entire state. We also have the language channel, and the Chickasaws have been very progressive also in terms of helping to kind of keep their language alive through not only the fluent speakers, but helping to get young children and those that are just interested in language in general involved with that. So the language channel has lessons, it has programs, and it also can link up with some of the technology that the tribe has developed, like their language app. So that's a great channel as well.
And we hope you're enjoying the program so far. Got some great stories coming up, so you don't want to go anywhere. We're going to take another break, and we'll be right back with the rest of Native News Today.
Bumunakadat nak azagi domen, ajai jahaniat, omen ibuwakidos.
Daniels in Ogitskish, Bonshongi Benoat, Bomio, Boshomizatlish.
Momesh, Harishongigo imongin, Hobidagi ani omaga, Bomahahoye imongin oma Bonshomegigos. For more information about Muskogee language preservation, please call us at 918-732-7724.
The Muskogee Creek Nation and the Tulsa RV Ranch present Outlaw Super Nationals Tractor Pull. Friday, May 30th and Saturday, May 31st, starting at 8 p.m. Featuring Pro Stock, modified two-wheel drive trucks, and modified tractors. Hurry now and get your pit pass for just $20. Tickets are now available by calling 918-267-9000 or by visiting TulsaRVRanch.com. Looking for your next 18-hole adventure? Then take a look at Fountainhead Creek Golf Club. Nestled in the beautiful confines of Lake Eufaula State Park, large sloping greens and well-placed bunkers characterize the Muskogee Creek Nation's Floyd Farley designed course and offers a fine test of skill for any golfer. Stay up on all the latest gear and equipment with a visit to our pro shop. Have lunch at the turn at the Clubhouse Grill. We're waiting to accommodate you at Fountainhead Creek. So give us a call at 918-689-3209 or visit fountainheadgolf.com to book your next round. Fountainhead Creek Golf Club, close to home, far from ordinary.
We are thinkers and readers.
We are dreamers.
We are doers and sharers.
To honor all things that make our Muskogee Creek Nation strong, we present you with the opportunity to expand your literature and the literature of our children.
Log on to MyOn to read books in English and Muskogee. We are Muskogee Nation, and we are readers.
Jahojefkat Paul Fixakodos. Ich kann nagat tekobache mikusap kajokon man amikusap kajokodos. I'm able to preach in English and Muskogee, our language too, so there's not many that does that today. When I was growing up, that's all we had, Muskogee language, and that's all they preach. I could talk my language when I was small. When I grew up, I could understand what they were saying. We don't want to lose that, language, especially our songs, our native songs and the Muskogee hymns. We want to keep them.
And welcome back to Native News Today. Thanks for staying with us through that second break there. Want to get to the rest of our stories. Now let's shift into a little bit of the sports world. We know we got some sports fans out there, specifically some of our Native American citizens are doing a great job in the sports world, and specifically for this feature, Muskogee Creek Cheyenne Arapaho Miss Dani Fox. She has had a great career at Oklahoma City University, a perennial power in the softball world in NAIA. That's the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics there, and that division is what Oklahoma City plays in. That is what they were playing in the Oklahoma City bracket of the NAIA softball championships. We went up to Oklahoma City, visited with Dani, her parents, on being, there at OCU, having a great career, doing a wonderful job in the classroom. She was named an all-conference, all-American academic. So that was a great job on the field, in the classroom. Dani, just a great citizen to be proud of, and we were glad to be able to be there and feature her on this day. Dani Fox is just about ready to wrap up her collegiate softball career at Oklahoma City University. A career that's seen her successful on and off the field, with honors for her play and her academics. And the star pitcher, who has both Muskogee Creek and Cheyenne and Arapaho lineage, got started like most Native girls, following mom and dad around at the ball fields.
I started when I was younger. My dad and mom, played softball, and so I was always around it, and just picking up a ball and started playing catch with my dad, every single day, and just being surrounded by it, I just fell in love with it, and then I was always around it, so it grew into a passion.
A transition from the daily grind of competitive athletics won't just be something Dani goes through herself.
Man, we've been doing this since she was 8, 9 years old, all summer long. She's played all over, and yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Honestly, I'm gonna have to adopt a team. No.
Her father, Adam Fox, was instrumental in introducing her to the game, but he couldn't envision how far it has taken her.
Well, I was kind of hoping. I wasn't sure, but once she started playing, she really enjoyed it. she's worked hard. Real proud. She's been working hard, playing since she was like 8. So I'm real proud of her.
So very thankful for my supportive parents. I wouldn't have been able to do any of it without it, but between like the lessons and the taking me to practices and then every tournament that we had, it was a lot of time and money, and I am very, very grateful for it.
While the collegiate career is over for Fox, there will still be opportunities to see her play.
She's going to miss it, you know, playing constantly in the game and her teammates. But I mean, I'm sure she'll still play. She'll definitely play Indian tournaments. Okay. She's actually played in Indian tournaments the last several years, and the teams she plays with, she usually plays with these Cherokee girls, Muskogee, and so I'm sure she'll play. She'll still play some.
For Fox, the memories and lessons gained from her time at OCU will last a lifetime.
It's been such a blessing to be here. I am so grateful, you know, to have gotten a scholarship to be here and learned so much the 3 years that I have been here. I've probably grown the most in those 3 years than I have my entire life. It's taught me different life lessons on and off the field, and to progress, you know, mentally and physically, and as far as softball wise, it's just been a blessing. I've absolutely loved it, and I've loved the girls who have been here. They make it so much fun to be here, and then the coaches are so supportive. It's been great.
And all the best to Dani Fox there, as now she is in Georgia for the NAIA World Series. They advanced there out of the Oklahoma City bracket. Actually, Dave, we were there. She threw a complete game shutout. So doing a great job there. Dani, her parents got to be so proud, and we will keep you updated on how they do there in the World Series. Staying in the sports world, I bet a lot of you out there didn't know this, but there is one and only one Native American to ever win on the PBA Professional Bowlers Tour a title, and that man is Mr. Mike Edwards. He is a Cherokee citizen, and he was competing this week at Fire Lake Grand Casino there with the Citizen Potawatomi Nation for the first time ever, hosting a PBA Professional Bowlers Tour stop. They're going to have the cameras in there. They're going to have it big. They'll have a temporary setup in the Fire Lake Casino for the finals. It'll be televised. And Mike Edwards, the first and only bowler to win a PBA Tour stop title, talked about this great event, and the great people at Fire Lake were happy to have it there.
It worked out very well for us. What started out, I mean, I've had a long time friendship with the GM here, Chris Skillings, and we needed somewhere to bowl, the tour stop, and it just so worked out that this beautiful facility he said, let's make it happen. The chairman of the tribe said, let's make it happen. We need to get these guys here to showcase their talents, and it's an honor to have the best players in the world. I would say a lot of friends, and for them to come to this part of the state. It's been a long time since we bowled in the state, and then to come here where I have a lot of friends and this and that, and obviously saying the tribe had a lot to do with this, the Potawatomi tribe. But yeah, just to showcase it, and I think everybody's having a really good time. Obviously, you got the best players in the world. You have a great sponsor, the Grand Casino, the Potawatomi tribe, Fire Lake, beautiful bowling facility. So it's been a win-win for everybody. Just the pride of the fact that I am who I am. Just being Native American. Obviously, I played other sports through my whole life, and I was basically the only Native American on any team. So, you know, I don't know if it motivated me. I just felt the sense of pride, sense of it's my duty that felt like to uphold the tradition of the great Native American athletes. You know, unfortunately, one reason or another, there just haven't been too many in professional sports. You know, it's just one of those things, I guess. I'm not sure, but I've always taken with a lot of pride that I was the only one, and you know, I still do. So.
Fire Lake Bowling Center's been here 3 years. We opened in June of 2011. It's state-of-the-art center. Everything is the latest and greatest as far as Brunswick's concerned. It's a big deal for the tribe because We really promote kids, gives the kids something to do, and we've got a high school program, youth program, and for our kids and our bowlers to be able to see an event like this is just huge. We hold several regional events, similar to like the Nike Tour on golf, and very successful, went off well, and they actually contacted me about 60 days prior to this event and said, hey, would y'all be interested in doing a summer swing? So I got the chairman, vice chairman together, a bunch of the other directors, and we thought it would be good for this area especially to host a tournament like this. So we actually pulled this off in about a 60-day period.
Well, first of all, to get back into the Oklahoma area for us was fantastic. We haven't been here in over 10 years, I think. And to be able to put this deal together, Fire Lake's been a great partner on the regional level. They expressed some interest in hosting a PBA Tour stop. We came down, we talked to the tribe, and it was an easy deal to get done. They've been fantastic so far. I think this is a good trial run. What we're proving here is that we can hold a quality PBA Tour event in the smaller facilities and then go to a separate facility like the casino, the Grand Casino, and put in an arena installation and then film our TV shows there. So it really opens up a lot of additional opportunities for us. But, you know, Mike's been a great representative on the PBA Tour for a number of years, and we know of the significance of his earning his way into the Native American Hall of Fame, or the American Indian Sports Hall of Fame, over the years, and we're just happy to bring him back here and maybe give him a little home field advantage.
And that wraps up episode number 411 of Native News Today. I want to thank everybody for being here with us, whether you've been from episode 1 or whether you just started watching last week. We want to thank you and are so proud to call you our viewers and provide you with great content each week. And that's what we try to do. And out there crisscrossing the state, we'll have some other exciting stuff we've already got and started cutting up in the editing system for you next week. So excited about that. Can't really tell you just yet, but we're going to have some great things next week too. Tell everybody about our show, and if you know somebody out there and would love to see some of the stories that we produce, hey, direct them to Tulsa CW 1219 every Saturday at 1. We love coming into your living rooms through the TV there and providing, like I said, some great stories on what our Native American citizens are doing in Green Country and throughout the country. Wanted to let you know also we've got our sites up. You can go on Facebook, facebook.com/NativeNewsCW19, and that'll get you to our Facebook page. You can also go to our Twitter @NativeNewsGuys, get all kinds of backstage info, behind the scenes looks, and we have a lot of fun on there, and YouTube. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next time.